There is a warning hidden inside one of the most mysterious teachings of Jesus. If the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? At first, this sounds impossible. How can light become darkness? How can something that feels true actually mislead you? But this is the danger. The human mind doesn't just see reality. It interprets it. And when interpretation becomes distorted, it still feels like truth. That is the dark eye. What the dark eye really means. If the single eye is clarity, the dark eye is distorted perception. Not blindness, but misseeing. A person with the dark eye still sees clearly in their own mind. But what they see is filtered through beliefs, fear, memory, ego. So reality is no longer experienced directly. It is experienced through a layer. And that layer slowly becomes invisible because it feels normal. The invisible filters of the mind. Every person sees through filters, but most are unaware of them. These filters form from past experiences, emotional wounds, repeated thoughts, deep assumptions. Over time, they shape perception. Someone hurt in the past may begin to expect rejection. Someone driven by comparison may see competition everywhere. Someone ruled by fear may interpret neutral events as threats. Nothing changed externally, but perception has already decided the meaning. Why emotion distorts reality. Emotion is not the problem. Unconscious emotion is. When emotion becomes dominant, it overrides clarity. Fear narrows attention. Anger simplifies complexity. Desire exaggerates importance. Attachment ignores contradiction. So instead of seeing what is, a person sees what they feel, and feelings begin to define reality. The illusion of, I'm right. This is where distortion becomes dangerous, because it creates certainty. A person believes, I understand this completely. There's no other explanation. I see the truth, but distorted perception resists questioning. It defends itself. It reinforces itself. It rejects contradiction. And this is why two people can experience the same situation and walk away with completely different realities. Why the dark eye feels so normal. Distortion doesn't feel like distortion. Feels like you, because it has been repeated so many times. It becomes automatic, familiar, comfortable, predictable. A person does not wake up and say, my perception is distorted. They say, this is just how things are, and that belief locks the lens in place. The consequences of distorted perception. When perception is distorted, everything downstream changes. Decisions become reactive. Relationships become strained. Misunderstandings increase. Inner peace decreases, because a person is no longer responding to reality, but to their interpretation of it. And over time, this creates cycles. Conflict, confirmation, stronger belief, deeper distortion. Why it's hard to see the distortion. The hardest part about distortion is that it hides itself. To see distortion, you must step outside of it. But the mind resists that because it threatens identity. It challenges certainty. It forces reconsideration. And most people prefer stable illusion over uncomfortable clarity. The first step back to clarity. Clarity doesn't begin with answers. It begins with awareness. A simple shift. Is what I'm seeing the full picture? What might I be adding to this? What if my reaction is shaping what I see? These questions create space. And in that space, distortion begins to weaken. You don't force clarity. You remove what blocks it. The real warning, the real danger is not darkness. It is thinking you are in the light while seeing through distortion. That is why the warning is so strong. Because a person who knows they cannot see can seek clarity. But a person who believes they already see perfectly stops looking. And maybe that is the deepest meaning behind the teaching. Not just to see, but to question how you see. Because the moment perception becomes honest, clarity begins to return.